Okay, are we on? Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Batten, please call roll.
Trustee Knapp?
Here.
Trustee Ringel?
Here.
Trustee Faust?
Here.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first on our agenda, we have public comment. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak? Okay, next we have general announcements. I just had one, or I guess I have two. First of all, thank you to all the residents for approving our fire levy yesterday. I think it was actually approved by the one of the highest performing levies, I think, in the area of the ones that passed. And I just want to thank everybody for supporting our awesome fire department. And I did want to note that I believe every single continuing or permanent levy, fire levy, actually failed. So I think it was smart in the county. So I think it was smart that I think the residents want to hold us accountable and bring a levy back, every few years versus a permanent levy. So all the other ones failed, unfortunately. So, and also, secondly, I did attend the McCammon Creek Park opening, a few weeks ago. And it was absolutely beautiful, and it's so nice to have preservation parks in our community and preserving the barn property and so many acres of beautiful property. And there's some really nice, I think, like 3.5 miles of trails. And it's at the kind of at the northwest corner of Orange Road and Vail Canyon Road, kind of west of that, near the Orange Friends Church. So that was really nice. And the barn property is expected to open, I think, in 2026. So that was a really nice grand opening, and the weather was beautiful, and it was really nice. So,
Yeah, it's a lovely park. It's about a mile from my house. And yesterday, as I walked to vote with my husband and we walked our dog, we took turns walking the dog while the other person voted in that park.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's absolutely beautiful. So, any other announcements?
I have a couple. So a number of weeks ago, the 3 trustees and Silas, our operations director, were able to go speak to the students at Freedom Trail, and a number of them wrote thank you notes to us. So thank you to the Freedom Trail students for your thank you notes. They were lovely, very fun. They're in our office if anybody hasn't had a chance to read them. The other note, so over the second half of October, we had a Orange Township Fright Fight, which was a Halloween decorating contest of the families in our community who had submitted their homes to be a part of it. We didn't pick you to be a part of it. You said, yes, I want to be a part of it. So the winners, have been announced or are being announced right now. So the best autumn ambiance house is 169 Olentangy Crossing West, which is Janelle LaCerva. The scariest setup is 1659 Scarlett Avenue, which is Brad and Hanan Prim. The most creative was 373 High Meadows Village Drive, which is Chuck. Lisa, do you know how to say his last name?
Zanakis.
Thank you, Zanakis. And our trustee choice one is 7948 Earldale Court, which is Thomas Schlegel. So thank you to everybody who participated. We had 17 homes in this Fright Fight, which was actually more participation than in our Light Fight last December. So that is our next township's voting thing that will come up in December, but we are excited for that fantastic turnout and participation from the community. So thank you.
This is the first year for
First
that,
year
is it?
of the
Okay.
Fright Fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, our community does celebrate Halloween
It does.
quite extensively.
And there were a number of homes that didn't participate that were just as neat, excitingly
yeah.
decorated. So hopefully we'll get more participation next year. It was great. And thank you to Sydney and Frank and Eric, did you help with the map too? And Eric for helping with the map and doing all the things. It's a township effort. Thank you.
I've got 2 thank yous and then a couple announcements. So first thank you is to our township staff and my co-elected officials for the wonderful birthday card. Birthday was yesterday, and it was a good opportunity volunteering on Election Day. I also want to thank the Lewis Center Business Connect. They had a coffee that they provided here at our township hall this morning, which was very well attended. Thank you for all of the work that you do in our community, and that leads into my other announcements, which are that there are 2 ribbon cuttings coming up. One is this Friday at 10 a.m. for Floor and Decor off of Meadow Park Avenue, and then they're having more grand opening celebrations this Saturday, the 9th. So please stop by their business. And then also coming up on the 19th at 11 a.m., Wings and Rings off of Columbus Pike along US 23 is having a reopening or a promotional ribbon cutting as well at 11 a.m. So if you can come out and support those community businesses, they do a lot for our community. Wings and Rings in particular is very supportive of our fire department. So thank you to the Lewis Center Business Connect for networking with our local business community, and thank you to all our local businesses for all that you do for us.
And Wings and Rings is great about supporting the student organizations at the different schools and that. And
The food is delicious.
it is, yeah.
When is that opening again, Mike, before I forget?
That's
For
19th, 10,
the
19.
floor and decor or
The
Wings and
Wing and
Rings?
Ring.
It's November 19th
Oh, no.
at 11 a.m.
Okay, thanks.
And Floor and Decor is a store that has all sorts of different flooring. When we redid the first floor of our house, that's where we bought our LVP tile, and they were fantastic to work with. So it works. The closest one was one, we went to Hilliard, I think there was one out east also. So it's exciting to have that up here in the north end of the city.
I have one announcement. I wanted to acknowledge Trustee Knapp's years of service. On Friday, November 1st, she just hit her 24 years of service here at the township.
Wow.
So we put together a certificate
Oh,
for
thank
you.
you.
But
Oh, thanks.
wanted to congratulate you on
Over
that.
half a lifetime ago. Oh, thank you very much. I actually forgot we discussed this.
Under
so-
half a lifetime.
Yes.
Under half
It
a
is
lifetime.
under. Right. Oh, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to serve everybody. Thank you.
That's all, yeah.
Okay, no more announcements? Okay, are there any changes to the agenda?
I do have three. So under the consent agenda, the then and now purchase order is actually for engine 362. So it's just a typo there. And then I would like to remove the executive session and the project manager agenda item under new business.
You said the project manager and,
The executive session.
okay. Under 8.
Yes.
Okay, any other changes?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the regular meeting held on November 6th, 2024, to include Resolution 24-314, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular trustee meeting held on October 16th, 2024, and Resolution 24-315, approving purchase orders, then and now purchase orders, and blanket purchase orders as listed.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Faust.
Yes.
Trustee Ringel.
Yes.
Trustee Knapp.
Yes. Okay, next we have the Development and Zoning Report. Mr. Duffy?
Good afternoon, trustees. On the zoning hearings and meetings report, we do have a number of zoning meetings to recount to you all. Starting with the Zoning Commission, we do have a meeting next Tuesday, November 12th at 6:30 here in this room. That meeting is for the amendment application to Evans Farm from Epcon Communities requesting to amend the development plan to allow for a sub-area of Evans Farm to allow the Epcon product in that area. We have another zoning commission meeting the following Tuesday, November 19th, here in this room at 6:30. That will be continued discussion of our draft zoning code. We got through a lot of the use discussion at our last meeting, so hoping to get through several articles in terms of the districts and zones and their development standards. So looking forward to continuing that discussion with the Zoning Commission. And then the third Zoning Commission meeting that we have scheduled is for Tuesday, December 3rd, here in this room at 6:30 p.m. And that is a continuation of the vision development proposal for the amendment for the Plain Commercial and Office District at Home Road and US 23 to add 220 multifamily units. I believe they are going to amend their development plan based on feedback that they have heard. I have not received any updated materials from them as of yet. Next week, we do also have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, again here in this room at 6 p.m. Thursday, November 14th. There is one agenda item on that evening's agenda that is a conditional use, CU 24-32 on Pleasant Colony Drive, seeking a conditional use for a home occupation for a part-time home-based tattoo business. And then we do have two meetings, zoning hearings scheduled with the Board of Trustees. The first is next Wednesday, November 13th at 5 p.m. here in this room. That is for the proposed rezoning for an office building at 7408 Africa Road, going from farm residential to planned commercial for a roughly 5,000 square foot office building near the corner of Africa Road and Worthington Road. And then the second hearing that we have scheduled with you all is Thursday, November 21st at 5 p.m. That is for the overlay district application, RCOD 23-03, for property located at 79 Parkway Drive, requesting their development plan approval for a supermarket and retail shell building.
Okay, I have a couple questions. The Epcon Communities one,
Yes.
that's going to the Epcon product, which is more of a patio home product?
Correct. So the majority of it will be the traditional Epcon detached single-family condo. They are proposing some townhomes and then some row houses as well, which would be 4-unit buildings.
And what is it currently, that space?
So
Single family?
it's currently zoned single-family plan residential as part of Evans Farm application. So it's not adding units to Evans Farm, it's just shifting units. Essentially, it would be using Evans Farm allotment of units.
So if there's more units in this chunk of the big space, that means there'll be less units somewhere else
Correct.
to make up for that. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
So is the density going to be the same then?
Of overall Evans Farm, yes.
overall?
The density in this sub-area could be higher, but again, that would come from elsewhere in the Evans Farm area.
Because I don't think this was originally portioned out to say it's going to have 100 homes.
It takes it away from the total count that's allowed in the
The
entire
whole thing.
Evans Farm.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so, and then the Vision property, they will go to regional planning before coming back to the zoning commission, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Conditional use, there's been some community participation on my neighborhood Facebook page, so hopefully, I think it's clear when the meeting is, so hopefully they'll come. We've gotten lots of comments from the community on the Africa Road, so thank you, community, for sharing your feedback. And then the last one, the 79 Parkway. So the last version I saw had 2 buildings, and this drawing also has a third, closer to 23.
Yeah, so I apologize. This was the older version
Oh,
of
okay.
the site plan. I did not get it
Okay,
changed
just
in the
wondering.
zoning report. That is my mistake. The next one will accurately reflect their site plan, which is mostly that the detention pond moved to the south of their property, and then that fast food restaurant on the eastern portion is no longer there.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that.
Okay. Anything else?
I have nothing
All
further.
right, thank you. Okay, next we have the operations report. Silas?
Good afternoon, Board. The only thing on the operations report tonight is the renewal of the EMS lease for the building on 3rd Street along the railroad tracks. As you're probably aware, the Board has a annual lease with the county commissioners for the use of that building to be leased to the county for EMS purposes. And there's no changes in the actual lease itself except for the dates, the rates, the terms, the details all remain the same, just a renewal of the existing.
And they, just so the community is aware, so we own the land, basically, in the building, and they use it as they need to, and they pay us the $720 a month to be able to rent our space, basically, to do their work out of it. Right? Great. And it's great for the community, because then we've got ambulance services, medic services at that part of our township. A little bit faster.
So are there any questions?
No.
Okay, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-316, authorizing execution of the agreement between the Board of Township Trustees of Orange Township and the Board of County Commissioners of Delaware County for a portion of 6226 3rd Street, Lewis Center, Ohio, to permit the use of the facility to provide emergency medical services.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Phelps.
Yes.
Trustee Ringle.
Yes.
Trustee Knapp.
Yes. Okay, next we have fire report, Chief.
Good afternoon, Board. I only have two things on the agenda tonight. First of all, I want to say, Vincent, thank you for the support for the levy. Every day, we are seeing some support, whether it's about cookies or it's from by say well, so we do appreciate the support. And I appreciate all the help from the board and fiscal and body for assisting us to get to the point we're at. So today I have accepted a donation from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They usually be helping us with stuff. They came by and tried to give us some money, but they couldn't take us to ask us to take checks. So we're glad to be able to help them. So they want to donate $100 to the fund. So, and then the second thing is to get rid of our original 2004 commercial kitchen range. It survived 3 meals a day by our firefighters for the past 20 years. It's the original that was put in there when it was built. It's been to the point where there's some issues with it and stuff, so we can get into the range and so we can get rid of this one. That's all I have.
And with the donation, will that, it's a check for $100, but will that go to, it goes to the firefighters? Or is it going to the department, like the,
It is written to the fire departments.
so it goes to the
To the
firefighter fund, right? Okay, and so it will be spent on just whatever it needs to be spent on?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, great.
Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Smith for
Yeah,
that.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions? Okay, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-317, acknowledge and accept donation.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Phelps.
Yes.
Trustee Ringle.
Yes.
Trustee Knapp.
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-318, finding certain personal property not needed for public use obsolete or unfit for the use for which it was acquired to have no value, and ordering it to be auctioned on Gov Deals, be discarded or salvaged.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Phelps.
Yes.
Trustee Ringle.
Yes.
Trustee Knapp.
Yes. Okay, and there's nothing on the fiscal office report? Is that correct? Okay. And let's see here. Okay, we have administration report. Ms.
Yes,
Bonnie?
thank you. I just have one item. We wanted to announce our 2025 events. So if you look at the, okay, thanks. So it's in the template, but we want to make sure the public can see this too. But this is our list of events. So I think we've done this this will be our third year doing these signature events of ours. So these are the dates that have been proposed, and it's my understanding the events subcommittee did review these and provide a recommendation to have in front of you today. So just to go over them, the Business Appreciation Breakfast would be held on February 11th. And we don't have the times in here, but just make sure people have a placeholder for the days in mind, and we'll send out more information when it gets closer to these events. But Independence Day Parade, the board is interested in still keeping it on the actual holiday. That'll be on July 4th. Founders Festival, that event will be on September 27th. We're actually hoping to partner with Evans Farm on that event, so come see soon new details on that. We did want to include the fire department open house on this, as that is an annual event that we host. That's October 5th. The Fright Fight, we'll do the weeks of October 15th through the 31st. The holiday event will be continued on the first Sunday, so that'll be December 7th. And then the holiday light fight would be the weeks of December 10th to the 31st. So this doesn't say that this is the only events we have. We can look at doing some, small things throughout the year, but I wanted to announce our signature events for the
And
board to
we
consider.
are hoping that there will be a shredding event again, but we're working on partnering with the LCBC.
Yeah, that's
for
a
that.
good example.
So,
Yeah, so the goal would be to, again, partner with the Business Association for events like those.
Yes,
Mhm.
yep. So we just haven't had all those.
Yeah, I
figured
just
out all
wanted
the
to
details,
announce
yeah,
like
yeah.
the township-led driven events.
And we're excited to be able to do these events again. They've had great
Yeah.
turnout and response from the community the last couple years, so we're excited to be able to do it again.
Have we thought of doing like a movie night again at North Orange Park like we used to do in the past? I had some people asking about that the other day.
We have not, we've got a
Yeah.
meeting next week, but
Yeah, the attendance was low in the last one, so I think.
Was there just one that we had, or was
We've
that?
done a couple, at least since I've been here, but,
We might think about looking at maybe just one, or something like a one-time deal.
and that's something we can add in the summer season as a.
Yeah,
as
might
a
be
The
interesting.
Army
special.
Corps of Engineer also does movie nights at the dam during the
Today.
summer.
yeah, and Genoa does them too, not,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure who else does, I just have seen what they do.
Yeah, I know, but just being in Orange Township,
Yeah.
at least in the day, it was nice to be with your own
Yeah, it
community.
is
I
pretty
mean,
fun.
At Allen Creek, it's, it's everybody and everybody, it's not just our community. And, Silas, before I forgot, we had our Parks Committee meeting. I think it was since our
Yes.
last trustee meeting, right? It's been such a busy last 3 weeks. So, we discussed a new playground at North Orange Park, or North Road Park, and we kind of finalized the design on it, the proposed park, and it's really cool. And I'm not sure what the next steps are, but we all kind of agreed mostly on what we liked about it, and what happens next on that?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, so that playground would be shown in the 2025 appropriations, and then assuming the board approves that, then we would start working
Okay.
on construction next
yeah,
year.
and it would be a really unique playground with some features that none of our other area playgrounds have, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, so hopefully we can see that come to fruition. We haven't built a new playground for, I can't think of how long, and it's got a lot of neat features for younger kids and older kids. There are like multiple different ways you can play. It's not just where, you climb through it and you're done. It has a lot of different like active play spaces and places you can hide, and a really tall like climbing apparatus, so it's super cool, so. It should be fun for all the kids and the adults, I think, so. Guess we'll get more information on that. So is there anything else on the agenda?
Nope, and this is just a consent item for the events, and again,
Oh,
more
that's
details will
right.
to come.
So,
Assuming everybody wants me to still, or us to still do events.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, this is fine, yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay, and nothing else on the agenda?
I have one item under new business.
Oh, okay, new business?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll keep this brief. The administrator's contract, myself, expired earlier this year, and we would like to pursue my role into a hiring resolution as we do with all the other department heads, and that is in front of you today. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for, has it been 3 years you've been administrator?
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years? Yeah, great, doing a great job, and
Thanks.
thank you for all the hard work and everything you've been doing out.
Appreciate
You've
it.
been learning at a rapid pace, and
Thanks.
I know it's a hard job, especially working with, 3 trustees who are all different, and we all appreciate you quite a bit.
Yep.
It's a hard job.
Special.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not just me. Of course, we have an incredible team here. I mean, there's a reason why this all works.
I think you're one of the longest administrators
Well, I wasn't
in the
gonna
last
say
few
that,
years.
but-
Yeah, I
Really?
think you are. I think they usually survive just a couple years, so you've made it past that. So, yeah, congratulations and thank you for everything. This is well-deserved.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So I did, it is separate from the template, or maybe it's in there now.
Or I think it's in there now. Yeah, is it the
Yeah.
24319? Is it added?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 319.
Any questions or?
No.
Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-319, a resolution establishing and clarifying the terms and conditions of employment for that person presently employed as the township administrator.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fouts.
Yes.
Trustee Ringo.
Yes.
Trustee Net.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have for the agenda
So,
today.
okay. All right. Let's see. Oops. Oh my
Page
gosh, hold
16.
on. Is it the very last page? Okay, make a motion to approve Resolution 24-320, meeting adjournment.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fouts.
Yes.
Trustee Ringo.
Yes.
Trustee Net.
Yes. Okay, meeting adjourned.